All right, folks. This was indeed, as expected, a candle 1, 2, 3 type 1 CRT. And they pushed the third candle into the CRT high. Now, bearing in mind that the bias was the CRT high, even after you saw me enter at the low of the week, which, by the way, you don't have to, right? I know I always do. I know you always see me entering at the lows and the highs with no drawdown, because that's what you can do when you reach a certain level of trading, right? But it's okay if you enter. I saw plenty of you entering at this kiss of that turtle soup right here, which is also an excellent entry. Right. So the point is not to catch the entire range. The point is to go, and if you can catch a portion, and note this down, if you can catch a portion of the weekly range or the daily range or the 4-hour range, but focus mainly on the weekly and the daily, if you can catch a portion of the weekly or daily range, then you have succeeded in applying the concepts. Right? And then, of course, you can advance and work to move up the ladder and eventually do this, what you see me doing. That's one thing. Another thing is, the lesson today is the retracement that happens before the target is met. Rule number 1 is buy low, sell high. So before entering any trade, you don't just enter randomly. You enter thinking buy low, sell high, never buy high, never sell low. Right? Bearing that in mind, and bearing in mind that the market makers never like to buy expensive. They like to buy when it's cheap. I can't go into specifics, but they like to buy when it's down, and they sell when it's up, in plain English. More technically, before the higher time frame target is met, which is these highs up here, they always like to sucker in retail and dumb money who participate and take trades, buy trades right up here, targeting the high. There's always a retracement that happens before reaching the higher time frame target, always, with the sole purpose of liquidating retail and dumb money. And this could be some of you. I've seen some of you as well, which is fine. It's a beginner mistake, which is chasing the move. FOMO. You feel like the market is going to go higher and higher and higher, and it's not going to stop. And that's exactly when it retraces. And once you realize that the retracement is part of the sequence within CRT, that's when FOMO no longer exists in your life. You sell here, as I did, and then you wait for a retracement, KOD, and then you buy. And this is something you could have done using the bias I gave you in yesterday's video, in the private group, which is you could have bought here, and you could have bought here as well. From here, that's around 100 pips, and here it's 40 pips. Using the bias I gave you yesterday. Another phenomenon is the fact that they like to create a false roof, right? So they put a high here, they plant a high here. They plant many highs at a certain level, which tricks retail and dumb money into thinking that it's a good place to short, right? So support and resistance traders, for example, will say, you know what? It went down here, went down here, went down here, and here, and here. Therefore, I'm going to sell when it goes up here again. And they sell and they get wrecked. All right, so this is CRT from the lens of not a pattern, as you see on Twitter with all these fools who go and post candle 1, 2, 3, blindly trading a pattern. Rather, it is looking at CRT from the perspective of the market efficiency paradigm. And that marks the end of this video. I hope you found that insightful. I wish you good luck, good trading, and see you in the next one.